We're back so soon. It's episode 18. I'm Jake, that's Paul. Welcome back. Paul, what's going
Yeah,
on?
we're here to talk about where our bread gets buttered.
We are.
These Paul brothers.
We're here to talk about the people I don't like talking about, but we're here anyway, because that is just what the people want to fucking hear, apparently.
It's crazy. The views. I mean, it's not just our show. It's everyone's show. I mean, you go to any MMA website and they're talking about it right now. It's just like, for a while, it was just Floyd trolling MMA, right?
Yep.
Like, it was always like, I remember after he knocked out Conor, he like had that video where he stepped into the octagon. He was like, Floyd Mayweather in the octagon. Do you believe it? It's just like the funniest thing of all time. But yeah, of course it'll never happen. But
of course not.
Yeah, enter the Paul brothers, who are now slowly entering the boxing and MMA space.
Unfortunately, they switched from Vine to YouTube. To apparently a short rap career for Jake. Short rap career, very short, and then moved on to boxing and fighting.
Yeah, I mean, apparently it works. It is nice to see some legitimacy on Showtime as opposed to Triller, where they were like hosting Justin Bieber concerts.
Right. No, for sure. God, this cat. She didn't say she was not. She had talked to me for a fucking minute the whole time that we weren't on the air. The minute I turn on the air, cat jumps up. Sit down. Okay. Come on, baby. Take a seat.
But yeah, it's definitely interesting because you got like, this is like we said, this is on Showtime, and we've got the Paul brothers doing all the media in the world, and Floyd has done like no interviews.
Zero press. Hey, he doesn't care. I don't think he gives a shit, to be honest with you. I don't think he cares.
Well, it's like when he did that exhibition with Tenshin in Japan, and he did that surprise press conference. I think that really soured him because it looked like he was being held hostage.
What is...
Like, I don't think he was ready for that press conference at all. Yeah. Like, he had just gotten off the jet, and surprise press conference, and you're fielding questions, and yeah.
What is his training like right now for Jake? Or for Logan?
I bet Floyd's taking it pretty seriously. Floyd's like never out of shape. He's always in good conditioning.
Yeah.
So, Floyd, he handpicks his guys.
Who he boxes or what? Or who he trains with?
Yeah, so like you look at the rule set, right? Like even with Conor, like he had Conor cut weight to 154.5, which is like a pretty tough cut for Conor.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna have Logan cut to 190. And I saw some videos today that I was like, didn't concern me, but it makes me think that weight cut's not going well.
For Logan?
Yeah, he just looked all sorts of winded. He wasn't like sweating very well. Like you could tell he was like out of shape, but he wasn't really like sweating. And the weigh-ins like this weekend.
Yeah, he wasn't hydrated. Yeah. No, I don't think it's going to go well for Logan Paul. I don't think so.
I mean, we're talking about a guy who, like, he did, like, high school wrestling. He's had, like, 2 amateur boxing matches. But, yeah, I mean, it's tough when you're doing, like, all this promotion while also trying to cut weight. And he just looked so slow on the bag.
If I remember, he didn't do that great in his amateur fights.
No, so he lost. So he's, like, 0-1-1.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah, so, and then he had a draw because he lost a point for, like, hitting the dude on the ground.
Yeah, after he was down. God, right now, I don't mean to be that guy, but my cat right now is becoming the biggest nuisance. I'm going to have to, like, when we get our own studio, well, my next place we're getting a room that we're building a studio in it, because she wants to have her own room to work in, and I want my own room to do this, so, cats won't be allowed in there. Fuck no. I'm trying to keep my equipment cat free.
Yeah, keep the door closed.
Well, look at her. She's like smart. Look at you see your little paw? Little paw just smacking me in the face every once in a while.
But yeah, this is a good like sports radio topic.
Well, my cat
just like everyone has like a conversation, like, oh, the bigger guy, the younger guy, the hungrier guy, the this, that, and the other. So I think everyone can have like their 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I wish that we had like a line to, like, people could call, leave a message. Hey man, I think you guys are fucking retarded, and we can address that.
Yeah, I mean, just take field questions. Yeah, I mean, definitely an idea for the future.
Yeah, when I can afford another phone bill, I will do that.
Yeah, you definitely need 2 phones for that. You don't want people calling you regular.
Fuck no,
line.
But exactly. I would need a bigger sponsor than whatever the fuck we're making now.
It's just it's so crazy that you're listening to Paul's coaches and the guys like, yeah, he's got a jab better than Larry Holmes. I've seen Larry Holmes in the gym, and Logan's got a better jab, and it's like, what world are we living in?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? Like, it's all fun and games, so like, call it a spade a spade. Like, we've got a YouTuber and Floyd who's trying to be like a bank robber.
Right.
Like, it's literally like legalized bank robbery.
Legalized bank robberies.
Like,
oh my god.
yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know, dude. Here's what I think is gonna happen. I think Logan's gonna get in the ring and have he's gonna look really good. Someone's gonna do his hair for him, and then Floyd's probably gonna tour with him for like a round or two. I don't think it's gonna end in round one. I think he's gonna fuck with him for a little bit, get his money's worth, and then I think it's going down like a shit house. I think he's just gonna get fucking popped, and it's gonna be over. That's my prediction. I've been wrong multiple times, so don't take my word for it. But that's what I think is gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, so the thing is, it's like 8 3-minute rounds, I believe, is the amount of rounds. I'm pretty sure it's 8,
right.
Could be 6. But it's not a ton of time. Like, it does take Floyd like a little bit to get going. Like, it took him 10 rounds to KO Connor. So it really did take him like 20 minutes to get going.
I don't think it took him 10 rounds to do it. I think he wanted it to go 10 rounds.
Yeah. I mean, Connor was definitely like an active participant in that fight. So it's not like Floyd was, running the show. But yeah, so we'll see. I don't see a lot of ways Logan wins, especially without judges there. Like, that was the one thing that I thought of the whole time. I was like, I bet he might be able to steal like 5 rounds. And like Logan gets a decision. It's like the craziest thing we've ever seen. Vegas burns down.
No, Vegas is not going to burn down. Christ.
But yeah, since no winner is going to be announced, but the only way someone can like quote unquote win is by knockout. That's it's definitely a crazy rule set that we're going to watch. So we're one step away from animal fighting.
From
like, we're literally one step away.
Someone get Mike Vick on the phone. It's your time, Mike. It's your time to shine. We got to get Vic back in here. He knows.
Well, it literally would be like a Paul brother versus a dolphin.
Versus a dolphin.
Like, yeah, we've got like Jake Paul versus Kangaroo Jack. Like, and that's
I was thinking it was Mike Vick's bulldog versus Jake Paul.
Yeah, in the dog park. Home
right. No, in that home rink, or that home dog arena that Vic made.
But yeah, and well, it's just so crazy that I feel like since we started this podcast, we've always just kind of had on the sidelines, and now we've got both brothers every 8 weeks,
pretty much
taking fights, because it was just announced that we got Jake versus Tyron Woodley.
Yep.
Which is, oh man, the MMA gods are not smiling on us.
No, they're soon going to turn their shoulders. It will be too late pretty quick here.
I'm pretty sure we even talked about this. Like, we'd have to go through like all the last podcast. But I'm pretty sure we even said like Woodley would be the guy that would get murdered by Jake Paul.
100%.
Like 20 pounds lighter. It's like a good look, but like the man's 38 years old. He's like lost every minute of his last 4 fights. The guy's very talented, a superstar athlete in his prime. Jake couldn't hold a candle to him. But we know why this fight's being made.
Yeah, but
and we know why Jake Paul's a favorite. Exactly.
Listen, that time has come and gone, though, man. His prime is back when I was in high school.
Well, respect to him for like getting paid. They did this smart. Like, they laid the how we talked about hand wrapping's like a big thing in boxing.
Yeah.
Woodley was the guy that in the Askren fight was the one that was like watching the hand wraps.
Okay.
So Woodley was, they were like jaw jacking each other, talking trash.
What a dummy.
But yeah, it is interesting. You got Woodley with his rap career, Jake with his rap career. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's definitely going to be tough because it's like that 25-pound weight advantage.
Does Jake even have a rap career still? Do either of them still have a rap career?
Woodley just appeared in a music video.
Okay, well, I guess.
And
Jake hasn't put shit out in like years because obviously he shouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't say either guy. Like, they should definitely keep gloves on.
You know what drives me crazy? I want to just describe. We're out here. We're making this podcast, but here's what we should have done. We should have just threatened our mothers with violence, appeared on Dr. Phil, and then immediately made OnlyFans at 18, and then release a pretty decently good song. That's the problem. That bitch actually wrote a decent, like, the whatever her name is, the Catch Me Outside girl. The problem is we're all like, fuck that bitch, and at the same time her song comes on and we're like, oh, it's kind of good. Like, shit, that's America. We're balancing between fuck her and this is a pretty good song. That's where we're at. We're a train heading right off the rails, man. We are not gonna do well in 20 years when our idols are Cardi B and Bad Baby.
We'll deserve it.
We'll deserve it. We'll deserve the asteroid's coming, and we'll deserve it.
We paid good money for it too.
And then they're gonna last minute. They're all gonna act like, "Oh, Elon, you're not supposed to be sending people to Mars like this. You're not supposed to." And then last minute, they're all gonna jump on the starship with Mars and head out. We're gonna be like, "I thought it was bad," and they're gonna be like, "Gotcha, bitch. We didn't want you to go." And then they're all at Mars with their cool new space station and their nice, fresh oxygen that they're like making fresh every day. And we're here on shitty old Earth with a fucking comet coming our way.
Yeah, and Paul versus Paul brother matchup.
Right, and then Jake and Logan Paul fight gets announced.
That's the one thing that's been made like very apparent throughout this entire week of media is that they're definitely planning this brother on brother matchup.
Of course they're gonna fight each other.
Yeah, like Logan was very clear. He's like, we have different coaches. We've never sparred each other, which I think is crazy because I'm pretty sure I've seen videos of them sparring each other.
They're full of shit with that one. I highly doubt that.
Yeah, I just like how Logan was saying, he's like, I'm an entertainer, and I feel like I was put on this earth to entertain, and if it's a brother versus brother matchup that's at this level, I don't think that's ever been done before at this level. I was like, oh, man.
Man, that makes me...
I hate to say called it, but...
Well, I mean, you wouldn't hate to say that because I know you too well, but I know that you're probably... it's like one of those things, it's like, well, do you want to be right about it? Yes.
Well, it's just what's insane to me is apparently it's easier to do these like Paul brother matchups with Tyron Woodley than it is to like, I don't know, get Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua.
Right.
Like, surprise, you got an arbitrator that comes in at the final minute and derails this whole thing for July. It's just like, wow, how did that happen?
Right. No,
like,
for
very,
sure.
Very classic boxing.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, probably someone's favorite team in the NBA Finals or in the NBA playoffs isn't playing anymore. It's just, yeah, I guess, you know, when you're a Paul brother, you're always in there. You're always in the limelight.
Yeah. Well, it's because they want to be in the limelight all the time. They kind of interject themselves into it. That's what they do.
Yeah, but these past, 6 months, it's been crazy. Like, literally since the Ben Askren KO. I mean, the Nate Robinson thing really started it off.
Yeah, Nate Robinson was the first.
That's where things were getting a little crazy.
Right. Right. Well, you know, sometimes you got to be a complete fucking idiot, you know?
Yeah, well,
someone's got to be that guy.
So it's like you have that second round over Nate Robinson. Then it's like, what's this? Floyd versus Logan is in the works. And then it got delayed. And then it got announced with 4 weeks. And they're doing this press conference. And
right.
The gotcha hat thing. And
right. No, and then get it tattooed on you that you got someone's hat. Like, fuck you. Fuck you. Seriously.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't have to, love their content. You know, guys who, make armpit noises on YouTube, but you gotta respect it. They're on Showtime. This is legitimate.
Oh, I'm not saying that. Trust me, they have put in the bullshit into getting this done. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just saying I'm annoyed with it.
Oh man, but yeah, I mean, I would say the one thing, this is the better life here. So I would say I would pick the over. Whatever this is, I don't think there's a knockout either way. I think no winner's announced, and this is something that we all just kind of laugh about at the end of the day. I don't think Floyd's going to knock out. What?
I hope Floyd just fucking poof. I hope so.
I hope so too, but when Floyd doesn't chase guys down.
No, absolutely not. No, that's not his forte at all. No.
Yeah.
Well, that was evident that was very evident during the fucking why? Come on, man. What is wrong with me? No.
Did you just have a Joe Biden moment?
Yeah, except for I didn't. Yeah, I had a Joe Biden moment. My bad. No, unless Joe Biden smokes a lot of weed, I don't think him and I have the same memory issue. No, fucking Pacquiao.
Yeah, well, he did double up on Pacquiao's punches, which is crazy. But yeah, I just don't know. Like, even if Floyd does put hands on him, I think Logan will probably be able to take it. I mean, maybe Floyd does just starch him, and I'm just wrong. But I do think Floyd just kind of schools him for 8 rounds, and then that's kind of the end of it.
Could be.
What's really interesting is they've got like Chad Ochocinco fighting out the prelims
What?
of this, and he's fighting like a bare knuckle fighter,
Are you
and
shitting
they're having
me?
like a boxing match. No, Ochocinco's getting in on this.
Shut the fuck up. I'm done. I'm done. That's it. We're over. It's
Ochocinco's
the end of
opening the pay per view.
culture. Hi, it's the end of culture. We did it. We're here. We've ended culture altogether. Fuck me. You want to know what? Let's actually. Michael Jordan should come back. Why not? Brett Favre, get him in here. Why not? Tim Tebow, I feel like he wants a fighting career after this. Richard Sherman.
I need before the fight, he needs to just throw the popcorn in his face and just say "Gotcha, get your popcorn
Just.
ready."
I don't know if you
man.
can feel the eye roll that I just did, but I've just thunder rolled my eyes and then just anyway.
Yeah, I mean, and he's opening the pay per view, so that's the curtain jerker.
Hey man,
that's the main event.
Speaking of opening the pay per view, I opened my pay per view event, so you should go ahead and
They're perpetual.
you should go ahead and do that. You should go to jakeridercomedy.com/tour and buy tickets. Thanks. Anyway, we'll be back now. That's all. I just wanted to interject that little comment in there. If you really can't afford it, just email me and I'll give it to you for free. Truly. If you really can't afford it. But don't be a dick and you have a Ferrari and you email me that you can't afford it. Don't be that guy. But if you truly cannot afford the 20 whatever dollars, I think it's just $20 at this point to rent it. I don't know what to tell you, man. I will pay for it for you and just give it to you.
Well, I saw that the odds were minus 1,000 Floyd and then minus 190 Floyd over the distance.
For sure, yeah.
Which isn't even possible because there are no judges.
Exactly.
So I don't even know how the distance prop goes.
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a reason why that could be, but I'm trying to look here. If I
But you couldn't call. I don't think you could call it a draw. It's like what happened with the Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson thing, where they just called it a draw because apparently they had Mario Lopez as the judge or something.
Oh my god. So apparently Logan today says that because he, quote, wants it more, end quote, that he will, quote, shock Floyd Mayweather with his skills, end quote. So
that would be like me going up to LeBron and saying, I want it more than you, LeBron, in a one-on-one game.
So, well, and what's going on here? So it looks like Floyd Mayweather's boxing company files a $120 million lawsuit. What's that about? Do you know what that's about?
Oh, I have no idea, but I just love hearing that, where it's one of the big themes of fighting. Someone's like, don't question my mentality, dog. And it's no one has my mindset. I'm going to shock the world.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to shock
Logan.
him with my skills, dude. Okay,
yeah.
You do that. You do that. Rock out, man. Rock out with the cock out with the socks on. I get it. I don't care about them. I'm just saying, I don't think it's going to happen the way he thinks it's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Floyd. There's always perpetual litigation with him. So, but what's your take on this?
I truly believe that this is a money grab for Floyd Mayweather, and Logan Paul said he, quote, finessed him into it. So it's well, what does that even fucking mean? I feel like they're both just in it for the money. I don't think they care about the actual winner or loser of this thing. I think it's to get publicity, and then I think they're going to go on to the brother fight, and I think that's what this is all about.
Well, so let me ask you this, I guess. So after the Ben Askren fight,
right.
it was pretty obvious that Ben was the dumb guy in the room, right?
Oh, for sure.
Even you had sports heads, you had people on ESPN, Ben Askren's a real fighter, he could do this. Are we going to have that same feeling where there's a very obvious dummy in the room?
I don't think so.
That's what I'm thinking. I think that Logan's going to actually not totally make a fool of himself. I think he's going to be a punching bag for sure.
I don't think Floyd. I mean, I've watched Floyd's fights, and he's much more of a patient fighter anyway. So I don't think he is the type of aggressive, go fuck him up type person in the first place to make that kind of fight happen.
Yeah, there's not enough time. The size difference gonna be like very apparent unless like, and this is the other thing is if we find out that Logan has like no cardio and by the third round he's like totally gassed and Floyd is just like teeing off on him.
Right.
Because that's the other thing is they do have a referee in there and I bet you that ref is partial to Floyd. Like I would bet my entire life savings.
Well, I
that,
mean,
that
human beings are biased,
Floyd.
period. There's nothing you can do about it. People are going to be biased, and especially if you have a guy that's 51-0.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if Paul like hits him once, and then he's like against the rope, staggered, and there's not going to be an early stoppage for Floyd. Like, Floyd's going to be like stretchered if he does lose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're not going to let him go down like that.
Yeah, where they'll let Logan just take the standing 8. They'll just be like, Logan, you're done. Like we've seen enough. The refs are like, I'm stopping you now.
This is plenty. This is plenty. Your eye is gone, Logan. Your eye is so fattened up.
Yeah, like they'll bring the doctor in for Logan. They'll be like, Doc, can we stop this? You know,
right,
they're not going to bring
Jewish...
the doctor in to look at a cut for Floyd.
Fuck
Floyd
no.
has a cut over his eyebrow. Like, there's no chance they bring the doctor in.
Fuck no. They're gonna be like, oh, don't you fucking dare! Like, point at the medical. You back the fuck up.
Yeah, it's just.
Christ.
But man, oh man, it's we got this for the next few weeks, but this is fun though.
Oh, for sure. This one's gonna be probably a shorter episode because we're kind of running out of things to talk about, and we're.
Well, as it should be.
Yeah.
It should be a short episode.
Well, anything else you want to bring up then?
Not too much. It's the fight's happening on a Sunday, so let's get that out there first. Because for whatever reason they're doing it on a Sunday.
That makes sense.
I'm not sure what's happening Saturday that they're competing with.
I don't know. I can't think of anything.
But yeah, we're definitely gonna have a lot of things to talk about next week.
Sweet. Well, as always, thanks for listening, and we will see you next week. Bye.